So we see in a day of 24 hours, we sleep for around 8 hours. And when we are sleeping, we forget everything. Yes or no? Who we are, where we are, what are we supposed to do? This is ignorance. We forget everything. Brahmaji is the first living entity. So even he undergoes or he is subjected to ignorance. So what happens is our 43 lakh 20,000 years is one cycle of Satya, Dwapar, Treta and Kali. And such 1,000 cycles make half a day of Brahmaji. So Brahmaji 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. is 43 lakh 20,000 years into 1,000 years. And such is his night. So we sleep for 8 hours and we forget everything. Brahmaji sleeps for 43 lakh 20,000 into 1,000 years. He definitely forgets everything. Yes. वो सब भूल जाता. And every day he gets up. First 10,000 years of not our calculation, of demigod's calculation. First 10,000 years, 10,000 years. What is demigod's calculation? Our 1 year is their 1 hour. Oh, sorry, 1 year is their 1 day. Sorry. So our 1 year is their 1 day. And such 10,000 years, Brahmaji meditates. And then he is able to see Lord Vishnu and he is able to see the abode of Vaikuntha. So imagine if we fail to pass ourselves with 16 rounds every day, we'll have to go to Brahma Loka and meditate for 10,000 years of demigod's life every day. Yes or no? पृथ्वी पे सभी को 24 आवर्स का एक दिन है. वैसी ब्रह्मलोक पे ब्रह्मा जी के लिए जो उनका दिन है वही सबका दिन है. So just like Brahmaji meditates for 10,000 years of demigods every day, that is his 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So imagine, so much important that 16 rounds में हम अपना काम चला लें, नहीं तो उधर जाके इतना करना पड़ेगा. Yes. So after his 10,000 years of demigods sadhana, when he sees the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and what he sees is what is written here, Brahma Samhita. Yes, Samhita means a conclusive truth. So conclusive truth means something that is heard, accepted, assimilated and verified. Everything. So Samhita means a conclusive truth. Brahma Samhita originally had 100 chapters. Of these 100 chapters, what we see now, or what is in front of you, is only the 5th chapter, first verse, and verse number 29 to 56. That's it. So imagine how big must be Brahma Samhita. We have only verse number 1 of the 5th chapter and 29 to 56. That's it. And that too was discovered by Lord Chaitanya when he was on the South India Yatra. In Kerala, we have Adi Keshava temple. So everywhere Lord Chaitanya was visiting, he was glorifying Lord Krishna, he was chanting Hari Nam, he was dancing, and the way he was spreading holy name was, oh, you saw Lord Chaitanya, you become a devotee. Just by seeing Lord Chaitanya, you become a devotee. And he went to his home, and whoever saw him became a devotee. Whoever saw them became a devotee. Just by seeing, people became devotees. And in this way, Lord Chaitanya passed through the entire South India. He went to Kanyakumari. And then on the way up to Pandharpur, in between, in Kerala, he stopped at Adi Keshava temple. And he had a long discussion of spiritual subject matter with the pujaris of Adi Keshava temple. And that is when they revealed that they have something like this. They have Brahma Samhita. And Lord Chaitanya was like, oh, you have Brahma Samhita. Please let me read. And the manuscripts are so old that now practically what is visible is text 1 and text 29 to 56 of the 5th chapter only. Yes. So what we'll be reading and trying to understand is this very small aspect of Brahma Samhita. Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivar Dhare Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivar Dhare Jayo Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jayo Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jayo Vrindavan Dham Jai Vrindavan Dham Vrindavan Dham Jai Vrindavan Dham Jai Gauranitai Jai Gauranitai Gauranitai Jai Gauranitai Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Gurudev Srila Prabhupada gave a great emphasis on understanding of these basic literatures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ishopanishad, Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Upadeshamrit, and Brahma Samhita. In all this also, if one really wants to understand how the cosmos is made, how universe is made, how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only this is enough. This is enough. Yes, if one really understands Brahma Samhita, one will conclusively understand how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how exactly creation takes place, how maintenance takes place. Yeah. So, first things first. What does the first verse say? We'll read together. Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha. You can follow me. Ishvaraha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindah Sarva Karana Karanam. So first things first, Ishvara means controller. Paramaha, the supreme controller. And he has a name, Krishna. ऐसा oh Bhagavan, when Prabhupada created International Society for Krishna Consciousness, many of his followers then, they said, Prabhupada, why Krishna? Let's make it God consciousness. Let's make it universal. Prabhupada bole, when we know what is the name of God, why should not have name of God? So who is God? Ishvara Paramaha Krishna. Krishna is God. And does he have a body? Yes. Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Vigraha means form. So his form or his body is Sat Chit Ananda. Just like our body is made up of Panchamahabhut, and inside that Panchamahabhut we have Mana Buddhi Ahankar, the Sukshma Sharira. And inside that is us. So we, on top of that Sukshma Sharir, on top of that Sthula Sharir. So we have three layers. Krishna has only one, Sat Chit Ananda. His form is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss. And then, is he primeval? Yes, Anadir Adi Govinda. He is the beginning of all beginnings. Sarva Karana Karanam, and everything that is there, the cause of it is Krishna. So, first things first, there is a supreme controller. His name is Krishna. He has a form. It is not that he is Shakti. He has his individual form. And he is the beginning of everything and he is the cause of everything. So if he is Krishna, oh, अब हमें पता चल गया कृष्ण हैं, अब उनके बारे में थोड़ा और जानकारी. So we have next few verses describing Krishna. But this comes as, so this is verse 1, and what you see as verse 2 is actually verse 29 from that chapter. Yes. So please repeat after me. Chintamani prakara sadma sukalpa vriksha lakshyavrteshu surabhira bhipalayantam Lakshmi sahasrashata sambhrama sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. So if we see every stanza henceforth ends with Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajam. Tam means you, Aham means I. Who is saying this? I worship you. Brahma ji is saying, I worship you. So there should be no ambiguity. Yes, Brahma ji कह रहे हैं, भगवान मैं आपकी उपासना करता हूँ. Yes. So, Chintamani. Chintamani is touchstone. So just like we have our beaches in Goa, made with sand. In Golok Vrindavan, every single speck of sand is Chintamani. And every single tree is Kalpavriksha. Chintamani is wish fulfilling sand particle, and Kalpavriksha is wish fulfilling tree. So everything there is wish fulfilling. Sand is also wish fulfilling, and tree is also wish fulfilling. Why this distinction of sand and tree? Because we see the tiniest thing here which we crawl upon every day is sand. And the mightiest thing here which grows feet and meters and yards high are trees, living. So non-living bottommost to living greatest, everything is wish fulfilling. So you encompass everything in between. Non-living smallest to living highest, everything is wish fulfilling. Here I have wishes, but they don't fructify. Yes, थोड़ी सी तो लिफ्ट करा दे, अदनाम सामी के जैसा गाना पड़ता है हमको. यस, या शाहरुख खान के जैसा चांद तारे तोड़ लाऊं बस इतना सा ख्वाब है. यस, सो वी ऑल हैव विशेस, बट टू fulfill those wishes, we have to really work hard. And even after working hard, we see many of the things that we want never get materialized. But there it is all about wish. Yeah. That is the abode of the Lord. So Krishna makes his devotees so comfortable. क्या चाहिए बाबू? ये ले, जो धूली के कण से लेके पेड़ तक सब कुछ विश फुलफिलिंग. लक्ष्य आवृतेषु surabhir. Surabhi is cow. This is also wish fulfilling cow. Surabhi is wish fulfilling cow. Yes. So lakshya avruteshu. Avruteshu means surrounded. So Krishna is surrounded by thousands of lakhs of wish fulfilling cows. And what he is doing? Abhipalayantam. He is tending those cows. गोचारण कर रहे हैं भगवान. So he is the Ishwarah Paramah Krishna, Anadir Adi. But what he is doing? Gaiya ko hrr. So Srila Prabhupada says that actually Krishna by his nature is a very simple person. भगवान बहुत सीधे हैं, गोचारण करते हैं. आप सोचिए नरेंद्र मोदी या जो बाइडेन या शी जिनपिंग या पुतिन कभी गोचारण करेंगे? हाँ, कभी नहीं करेंगे. यस, वो करते हैं. सो लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिर अभिपालयंतम. ही इज हैप्पी टेंडिंग काउस. ही डजंट वांट टू बिकम अ सीईओ ऑफ गूगल. ही इज हैप्पी जस्ट टेंडिंग काउस. सिंपल पर्सन. Lakshmi Sahastra Shata. Sahastra, thousands. Shata, hundreds. So Sahastra Shata, lakhs and lakhs of Lakshmis. Sambhrama, very respectfully. Sevyamanam. Yes. We are trying to get one Krupa Kataksha of one Lakshmi here. For that Sola Shukravar or whatever. Yes. उसके लिए जितना कुछ करते हैं हम, वहाँ जो ये लक्ष्मी हमें यहाँ देखती भी नहीं है, जिनका नाम चंचला है, जो एक जगह रहती नहीं है, she lakhs and lakhs of them are very respectfully doing झाड़ू पोछा over there in Vaikuntha. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhaya. This is Krishna. Even though he is doing like this, lakhs and crores of Lakshmis are serving, what is he doing? The next words, please repeat after me. Venum kvanantamaravinda dalayataaksham barhavatam samasitambuda sundarangam कंदर्पकोटिकमनीय विशेष शोभम गोविंदमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So what is he doing? Venum Kvanantam. He is playing flute. Kvanantam means playing. So Venum Kvanantam. He is playing flute. Aravinda Dala Ayat Aksha. Aravinda, lotus. Dala, petal. Ayata. Ayata means basically circumference, which means shape. So how are his eyes? Aksha. Aksha is eyes. So how are his eyes? They are like the petal of the shape of the petal of lotus flower. Aravinda Dala Ayat Aksha. Yes. Barha. Barha means peacock feather. Barhavatam. He is adorning a peacock feather. Sama Asita. Asita means blue color. Asita Ambud Sundar Anga. Ambuda means cloud. So his color is of a Sama Asita Ambuda Sundar Anga. All of his body has a bluish tinge of complexion like a blue cloud. Yes. How beautiful Kandarpa. Kandarpa means Cupid. Koti Kamaniya. So one Kandarpa is driving the entire universe crazy. Yes, it is getting us into the pangs of lust. Yes, Kandarpa is god of lust. So one Kandarpa is getting the whole universe crazy. Krishna's beauty, Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya. He is more beautiful than crores of cupids. Vishesha Shobha. So you keep 1 crore cupids in one tarazu, and on the other side of the tarazu you keep Krishna. This palada will be bari. Vishesha Shobha. Even what 1 crore cupids won't have, that beauty Krishna has. Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham. And we see a good example of this in the Bhagavatam itself. In the Bhagavatam 10th canto, we have Mahavishnu abducting the 6 children of Sandipani Muni. And Sandipani Muni, after after his entire tutelage is over, so Krishna asks Sandipani Muni, what can I give you as Guru Dakshina? So Sandipani Muni says, my 6 children are lost. They have been taken by Yamaraj. So they are died. I want them back. So Krishna says, yes. So he goes there. And he goes and he finds out that there are 2 pastimes. I am confusing in one of them. There is Varuna kidnapping and there is Mahavishnu kidnapping. And with Mahavishnu, there is a Krishna with Arjuna also. I think this is Varun Dev kidnapping. So Varun Dev kidnapping. So Varuna says to Lord that I wanted to see you and have your darshan. That is why I made sure that I kidnapped these 6 children. Yes. And then ahead, in some context, we have Mahavishnu kidnaps whom? Mahavishnu also kidnaps someone. And then there is Krishna and Arjuna, who is there in front of Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu says, I wanted to see this combination. Krishna and Arjuna together. So Lord and his devotee. This combination is a very lethal combination. Yes. So even Mahavishnu has or wants to have an audience of Krishna, wants to see Krishna. Varun Dev wants to see Krishna. So Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya, Kamaniya, beautiful. He is more beautiful than 1 crore cupids taken together. Govindam Adi. And who is this writing? ब्रह्मा जी. मतलब कोई ऐसा ऐरा गैरा नत्थु खेरा नहीं लिख रहा कि ऐसे हाँ यार किसी ने लिखा होगा टाइम पास. पेन है खाली, पेपर खाली है, पड़ा हुआ है, लिख रहा है कुछ तो। यस, जैसे आजकल के बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग्स लिखे जाते हैं, पेन है, पेपर है, लिख डालो कुछ तो, एक चाल दे डालो, सुपर हिट। यस, न लिखने वाले को अकल है, न कंपोज करने वाले को, न सुनने वाले को। यस, किसी को अकल नहीं है। You go to at least 60s or 70s Bollywood songs, they had some meaning, they had some tune. Yes. Now there is nothing. So thank God we were 90s kids. We had something meaningful to hear. Yeah. So the fourth verse, Suresh Prabhu, can I have your wristwatch? I'll keep track of time. Wristwatch. गया? नहीं, I'll take mine on. So, the fourth verse, please repeat after me. आलोल चंद्र कलसत वनमाल्य वंशी रत्नांगदं प्रणय केली कला विलासम श्यामं त्रिभंगललितं नियतप्रकाशम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। Chandraka. Chandraka is a moon-like locket. Alola, shining. So he wears or he adorns a shining moon-like locket. Alola Chandraka lasat. Yes. He wears a shining moon-like locket. What else does he wear? Vanamalya. He is wearing Vanamala. So he doesn't like exquisite flowers. He likes arbitrary. वन में आपको क्या मिलता है? सब कुछ एक जैसा मिलता है क्या? नहीं, जिधर जो चाहिए जैसे मिले ले लिया. So Vanamala, he likes that, but made by his devotees. Yes. So he is not someone who is very much into formalities. I am not into formalities. I am into love. You love me, that is more than enough. Formalities, and we will come to that later on. So Krishna is not into ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, ये ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. नहीं, आप प्रेम करो मुझसे. Vanamalya, Vamshi, he is adorning a flute. Ratnangadam, he is wearing very precious jewels in his armlets, in his waist, in his neck, everywhere he has precious jewels. You have heard that pastime of Radharani and Krishna doing farming of precious jewels? Yes, yes. So that cartoon became very famous. Big animation, Reliance Animation. So they have a lot of precious jewels. So don't think that Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maiya, because they are Gwale. Today's Gwala doesn't have anything. At least they show they don't have anything. I don't know what is there inside the storehouse. Everyone shows today, you know. Some 10-15 years back, we had a beggar from Mumbai giving 1.5 crores to Tirupati. Beggar gave 1.5 crore to Tirupati. So, they show something, there is something. So, they have lot of jewels and he is adorned with those jewels. And that's why we see after the entire Mahabharata at the time of Surya Grahan, when Radharani saw Krishna after 100 years, and now he is Dwarkadhish, he is adorned with entire gold and chilkhat and nice bazuband and mukut and everything, a stately demeanor, a king. She is not able to appreciate, hey, this Krishna is not me. Just like Lakshmi Devi was not able to appreciate Narasimhadev. Hey, he is not Vishnu. I have never seen him angry. Bhrigu Muni ने आकर के छाती पे लात मारा. मेरे पति बोलते हैं आपको दर्द तो नहीं हुआ? अरे, और यहाँ पे हिरण्यकशिपु है. So what does this tell? Krishna doesn't take offense of anything on him personally. Even if somebody goes and kicks Vishnu, no tension. But you do something to his devotee, then you had it. With himself, he will tolerate anything. With his devotee, he won't tolerate anything. For one devotee, he came with one incarnation. So just like Lakshmi Devi is not able to comprehend who is this Narasimha Dev, Radharani is seeing Krishna, but she is not able to comprehend because he is not there with Barhavatam. He doesn't have a peacock feather there. He doesn't have a Vanmala there. He doesn't have Vanshi there. So I have seen Krishna like this. Yes. Then he is Shyama. Shyama means dark complexion. So we know there was a lot of racial discrimination, yes, based on skin color previously. Yes. When Britishers came here, they used to call us brown bagged filth. Yes. So brown color ke kachre ki bag. That is the definition of Indians in Britishers dictionary. Brown bagged filth. And more so over with Africans. So Prabhupada, when he went to Africa, and he went there first day, and his servant washed his clothes, kept them to dry. And in the evening there was a lecture. Prabhupada, when he had bath, he comes, he sees there are no clothes. There are no clothes. And he's thinking, where my clothes went? And he was getting late for the lecture. He came with the same clothes that he had worn in the morning till evening. And he saw one brahmachari sitting with his one dhoti and kurta, other brahmachari sitting with Prabhupada's one dhoti and kurta. And Prabhupada had to lecture them, you can't take the clothes of your spiritual master and wear like this. Yes. So Prabhupada said, oh, so Krishna was dark complexion. So everyone there became very happy. We are also dark complexion. And everyone became very happy. Prabhupada immediately said, not like you, but आपके जैसे नहीं. He was कंदर्प कोटि कमनीय विशेष शोभम. He is dark complexion, but his dark complexion is also beautiful. Yes. Even Arjun is dark complexion. Arjun's one name is Krishna. He is dark complexion. Pandu's second wife, Madri. Madri is Madhya Desh. Madhya Desh se Madras, Chennai. She was from Chennai. Madri was from Chennai. So we have many dark complexion people even in Mahabharata. So Shyamam Tribhanga, he is bent at three places. Where is he bent? Which are the three places Krishna is bent? He is bent in his neck. He is bent in his waist. And he is bent in his ankles. So he is bent in his ankles, he is bent in his waist, and he is bent in his neck. Now somebody who is bent, he looks beautiful. But Krishna is Lalita, beautiful. So all opposites come together in Krishna. He is dark, but he is beautiful. He is bent, but he is beautiful. Now Acharya has explained why is he bent. He is bent three ways. 1, 2, 3. So it makes it like a S-shaped hook. So we see a hook. It is very difficult to go in, and once gone in, very difficult to come out. So to become devotee of Krishna is very difficult. Krishna हृदय में जाने बहुत difficult है. लेकिन एक बार अंदर चले गए, बाहर आने बहुत difficult है. Yes, भगवान अंदर जाने difficult है, बाहर आने difficult. So we see when Uddhav, he went with the message of Krishna to Vrindavan. And there are gopis who are meditating. Why they are meditating? They want to take Krishna out of their hearts. Here we are meditating to get Krishna in our hearts. Gopis are meditating to get Krishna out of their hearts. They are not able to take Krishna out of their hearts. So that's why he is bent. And he is bent and beautiful. भगवान का भक्त बनना मुश्किल है और एक बार भक्त बन गया तो वो छोड़ना मुश्किल है. So like Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, धन्य से ही प्रभु, धन्य से ही भक्त ये न छाड़े प्रभुर चरण, धन्य से ही भक्त ये न छाड़े निज जन, दुर्दैव वश यदि भक्त यय अन्य स्थाने, धन्य से ही प्रभु तार चूले धरियाने. So glorious is that servant who never leaves the lotus feet of Krishna. धन्य से ही भक्त ये न छाड़े प्रभुर चरण. He never leaves the lotus feet of Krishna. धन्य से ही प्रभु ये न छाड़े निज जन. He never leaves his devotees. Somehow दुर्दैव वश यदि भक्त यय अन्य स्थाने, if somehow some devotee slips and goes, धन्य से ही प्रभु तार चूले धरियाने. Great is that master who catches hold of that person's shikha and brings him, hey, this is your place, my lotus feet. So Krishna will never let his devotee go. If that devotee has sincerely begged to Krishna, I want to be yours. So Shyamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham, always very beautifully shining. Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhaja. Who's saying this? Brahmaji is saying this. Then he talks about a peculiar characteristics of Lord's body. Please repeat after me. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimante Pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti Ananda chinmaya sadujjvala vigrahasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhaja. So what is the peculiar constitution of Krishna's body? Angani, or his limbs, yasya, jinke, sakal indriya vritti mante. Each and every limb or organ of Krishna's body can do the function of every other organ. I can see only with my eyes. I can hear only with my ears. I can walk only with my legs. I can work with my hands. So I have limitation. I can do digestion only with stomach and intestine. His body is not like that. He can do any activity with any limb. Angani yasya sakala indriya vritti manti. Vritti, nature. Nature of eyes is to see. Nature of ears is to hear. So our every anga has their own vritti, nature. Krishna's anga is not like that. Or angas, or not angani. It is not anga, angani, plural. So all the body parts of Krishna can do every other body part's activity in full. That's why when we offer bhoga, how does Krishna accept bhoga? Through eyes. Yes. In Chaitanya Charitamrita we have that pastime of Raghunandan Thakur. So Raghunandan Thakur is the son of Mukunda Sarkar or Mukunda Datta, one of them. And he and Mukunda Sarkar is the royal physician of the Nawab. So once the Nawab calls him and Mukunda tells his son Raghunandan, you offer bhoga. So Raghunandan goes and offers bhoga. He chants the prayers and he comes out. And after 10 minutes, bhoga वैसे ही. सो मुकुंद फील्स, अरे अब तो मेरे को डांट पड़ेगी, भगवान ने कुछ खाया ही नहीं है, क्योंकि उनको खाने का मतलब सब खत्म हो जाना चाहिए। तो कुछ खाया ही नहीं है, बोलते भगवान आप खाओ, एंड ही स्टार्ट्स क्राइंग देयर ओनली इन द ऑल्टर। यस, एंड फाइनली गोपीनाथ जी कम्स एंड सेज, अरे बाबा आई हैव हैड दिस। अरे हाउ डू आई नो यू हैव हैड दिस? अरे आई हैव हैड दिस विथ माय आईज। नो नो नो, यू हैव टू हैव इट विथ योर माउथ। अरे, सो ही हैज इट एंड ही गोज टू हिज मदर, खाली प्लेट। इमेजिन यू गिव अ प्लेट टू समवन, भाव भोग लगा के आओ। तो एक तो बंदा आधा घंटा अंदर रहा, रोते रोते रहा, आधा घंटा अंदर रहा, आने के बाद कुछ भी नहीं, अरे भोगा किधर है, तो खा लिया। Then the wife tells husband, this is what happened. So then Raghunandan's father tells him, next day you will again offer bhoga today. And he sees what's happening inside. And Gopinath ji comes and eats. Yes. Imagine हमारे यहाँ ऐसा होने लगे तो, खास करके वैसे लोग जो अकेले ही रहते हैं। Yes. हम क्यों भोग लगाते हैं? क्योंकि प्लेट वैसे ही बाहर आती है। हम भोग इसीलिए लगाते हैं, भगवान शांति से रहो, हमको भी शांति से रहने दो। देख लिया ना, हरि बोल। हाँ, इमेजिन भगवान अगर सामने आए बोले आनी और, यस, आनी और आनी काबार कोर। यस, सो ऐसा होने लगा हमारे साथ, तो हम तो भक्ति छोड़ के चले जाएंगे। कौन इतना मनाएगा रोज? सो कृष्णा एक्सेप्ट्स विद हिज आईज। अंगानि यस्य सकल इंद्रिय वृत्ति मंति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति। पश्यन्ति, दे सी, पान्ति, maintain, कलयन्ति, manifest. So they see, they manifest, they maintain everything. Chiram jaganti. Our eyes, our all senses have their own working, है कि नहीं? जैसे जैसे वृद्धापकाल आता जाता है, वैसे वैसे स्टमक कम हो जाता है, आंखें कम हो जाती है, हियरिंग एड चाहिए। सो जैसे जैसे उम्र बढ़ती है, वैसे वैसे एवरीथिंग स्टार्ट्स डिटीरियोरेटिंग। Krishna's body is not like that. Chiram jaganti. Yes. All of his bodily parts, as they were then, they are now. Ananda Chinmaya Sad Ujjvala Vigraha. Again we have Krishna having Vigraha. Where was Vigraha previously? First verse. What is that word? Satchit Ananda Vigraha. If you see here, Ananda Chitmaya. Satchit Ananda. Yes, Ananda Chinmaya Sat. Satchit Ananda. Ujjvala Vigraha. So second time we have confirmation, Krishna does have a body. Govindamadi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Then again a next characteristic of Krishna's body. Please repeat after me. Advaitam Achyutamanadi Mananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham Adurlabhamatma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajam. So how is his body? Advaita. There is no second to his body. You cannot have a copy of Krishna's body. Even Vishnu's body is not as beautiful as Krishna's body. Advaita. Achyuta. Achyuta means to fall down. Krishna's body or Krishna never falls down. Always transcendental. Advaita. Achyuta. And how is his form? Anadi Ananta Rupa. No beginning, no end. Yes. No beginning, no end. So without a beginning and end, how can such a form be beautiful? If it is beautiful, beauty means finite, isn't it? आपको पूरा दिखेगा तभी आप उसको ब्यूटीफुल बोलेंगे. आपको पूरा दिखेगा ही नहीं, काहे से ब्यूटीफुल बोलेंगे? यस. सो एक उपमा सूझी थी, यहां नहीं बोलूंगा. सो अद्वैत अच्युत अनादि अनंत रूप. He has a form which is stretched across. So this stretched across form refers to Krishna's Brahman aspect. अनादि अनंत रूप. भगवान हर कण कण में विद्यमान है. तो कण कण में कैसे विद्यमान है? कण कण में ब्रह्मन स्वरूप में विद्यमान है. सो अनादि अनंत रूप. आद्यम पुराण पुरुषम. Yes, he is the first primeval Lord. But still, Navayauvanam cha, that is a contrast. He is still sweet 16. Yes, Krishna is always sweet 16. And Radharani is always sweet 14. Yes, Krishna is always 16 years old, Radharani is always 14 years old. So this is the beauty of spiritual time. So if we really have to understand spiritual concepts, we must understand spiritual time. What is spiritual time? What does time do in this material world? What does time do in this material world? समय क्या करता है? चलता रहता है और उस चलने के कारण क्या होता है? सारी चीजें क्षय को प्राप्त होती हैं. एवरीथिंग इज डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय टाइम. व्हाट इज काल क्षय प्रवृद्ध. क्षय इज डिस्ट्रक्शन. व्हाट इज काल? यस, काल इज अ ग्राइंडिंग मशीन. आप वो ग्राइंडिंग मशीन के अंदर आप क्या चावल डालेंगे वो भी ग्राइंड हो जाएगा. आप क्या डालेंगे? गेहूं डालेंगे, ज्वारी डालेंगे, बाजरा डालेंगे, जौ डालेंगे, जो डालेंगे सब पिस जाएगा, पाउडर हो जाएगा. सो काल इज लाइक दिस. गुड ग्राइंडेड, बैड ग्राइंडेड, फाउल ग्राइंडेड, प्योर ग्राइंडेड. एवरीथिंग मस्ट गो. So much so that God consciousness also goes. That is Kala. Yes. So Kala is Kshaya Pravriddha. So Kal destroys everything. How does Kal destroy everything? With every passing moment. Morning to evening, we have grown that much closer to death. Evening to morning, again that much closer to death. So Kala is getting us closer to death. And every morning, afternoon, evening, night, date changes. Yes. Yesterday was 29th, today is 30th. Things change. In spiritual world, there is morning, afternoon, evening, but Krishna is eternally 16. Yes. In spiritual world, there is morning. That's how Gopas get up, Gopis get up, Krishna breaks his Ras Leela, he goes for Gocharan. And there is evening, and there is afternoon. Some demons sometimes come. In Golok Vrindavan, no demons come. But there is afwa, that demon will come. And that causes a stir of emotion in Gopa's hearts. And Krishna loves that stir. Evening happens, again Gopas come, and Krishna goes for Ras Leela. Again next day morning happens, but Krishna is always 16. So it is like I am always celebrating my 16th birthday, no matter how many years have gone. Yes. Prabhu ji, मेरे को 16 से ऊपर जाना ही नहीं है. Yes. तो कई बार ऐसे होता है ना, young ladies you call them Mata ji. Do I look like Mata ji? What is Mata ji? Yes. So Kala Kshaya Pravriddha. Kala always destroys everything. In spiritual world, that factor of destruction is not there. Kala is there. Things are moving, but there is no destruction. Vedeshu Durlabha. If we go according to Vedas, Puranas, and sing hymns and do puja, everything, Durlabha, very difficult to obtain Krishna. But you simply become a devotee of Krishna. Adurlabha Atma Bhaktau. Very easily accessible to Krishna's. So, devotees, he says, are mine. Yes. So, जैसे किसी भी व्यक्ति के फैमिली मेंबर को, वो चाहे प्रेसिडेंट ही क्यों ना हो, उसको किसी की परमिशन नहीं चाहिए प्रेसिडेंट से मिलने के लिए, वो उसका फैमिली मेंबर है. हम जाएंगे तो हमको परमिशन चाहिए, बहुत सारे रेड टेप है. सो अ डिवोटी इज लाइक अ क्लोज फैमिली मेंबर ऑफ कृष्णा. नो चेक्स, डायरेक्ट जय विजय सल्यूट करके अंदर लेके जाते हैं. क्योंकि उन्होंने एक गलती की थी चतुष कुमारों के समय, और उसका क्या खामियाजा था वो कभी भी नहीं भूलेंगे. डिवोटी भेजो भैया. So adurlabham atma bhaktau. He is very easily accessible to his devotees. Govindam adi purusham tam aham bhajan. So we'll stop here. What we saw essentially is the identity of Krishna. That is shloka number 1. Who is Krishna? Then Krishna's abode, Chintamani, Golok Vrindavan. Yes. And then Krishna's body, text number 3, 4, 5 and 6. So Krishna's identity, Krishna's abode and Krishna's body is what we saw till now. And then we'll come to philosophy from next Sunday onwards. Thank you very, very much for your attentive hearing. Hare Krishna. Shri Brahma Samhita ki jai.